that commute blows. But if you mean just, like, what is the limit in terms of early starts for a job in your view? So when you ask me that, do you mean what I would be willing to do? Or do you mean, are you asking what I think is reasonable to ask of any human being? Because I have two different answers depending. Wait a minute, why did I wanted to go to Eden. Why did I come here? General. I'd like to hear both. All right, I can answer both. For me personally, I am not a morning person. I usually get up at like 9 to 9:30 every day. Sometimes as late as like 10 to 10:30 if I happen to have a late night. If I get myself in the sleep schedule for it, I can be up and like going as early as 8 a.m. But, like, I would never be able to hold a job where I needed to be at a job location by 7 a.m., I don't think. Maybe 7 a.m. would probably be my limit. I could get to a job, like, if I had a job that was like, you have to be on site at the job at 7 a.m., I would have to be within 30 minutes of driving to wherever that job is. I could not drive for an hour early in the morning. I would be way too tired. But, like, I think 7 is my absolute limit. Like, you have to be at your job site, and it's at most a 30-minute commute, 7 a.m. That's the best I could do. And I would only do that if it was, like, a job I really wanted or if I had no choice. Otherwise, I would look for something else. Something that hopefully didn't make me come in until, like, 8. 8 a.m., I think, would be my ideal. But, like, 7 a.m. is, like, what I personally could manage, at least with how my life is right now. If I had to change my life drastically and change my habits to try and fit that, then I probably could. I would just hate doing it. Can I go to Under Kowloon 5 yet? Oh, I haven't broken this door yet. Interesting. Crud, I thought I'd be able to go straight to, I mean, we'll go to Kowloon 5 instead. I think Under Kowloon 5 is, like, one of the best grinding spots. Here we go. In terms of what I think, like, should be allowed, I think that an employer, as long as they specify that it's what you're signing up for, should be allowed to say, like, hey, I need you here, like, I need you to work, like, 2 a.m. to 11 a.m. or whatever. Like, you got, like, an 8 or a 9-hour shift. I need you to be at the start of your shift at 2 a.m. in the morning because that's what I need for whatever job I'm hiring you for. If that's what they need for the job to be completed, like a third shift at a factory or whatever, I don't know exactly how factory work goes, but I know that there are, like, different shifts where some people, like, work in, like, at night. But, like, if that's what the employer needs for the job and that's what they put on the job description and someone applies for that, like, yeah, I'll apply for this, then that's how it goes. That's what you gotta do. I don't think there's anything wrong with that as long as the employer doesn't, like, trick you somehow into being like, haha, you fool, you thought you'd be working a 9 to 5, but actually, when I said 9 to 5, I mean 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. or whatever. Which, at that point, just quit the job, or you should have read your contract better, whatever contract you signed for working for them, I don't know. But, like, I don't think there's anything wrong with someone being like, look, I have a job, I need the person doing the job to be at this place of work at 4 a.m. in the morning. That's what they need done. And that's what they're paying for. And if you don't like that personally, don't apply for the job.
Equal.
The job exists because they need something done at that time. That's why they're offering the job. Presumably. I personally, unless I was backed into a corner and had no choice, would never take a job like that. But I mean, if it's a job that has to get done, that someone's willing to pay for, someone's gotta do it. I should have just gone for a normal attack with Nightmon. What was I thinking? I start work at 8 a.m., so I wake up at 7:55. Gotta love working from home. Now, that's my ideal. If I had, like a standard job instead of Twitch, which, for those of you who don't know, as of right now, Twitch is my full-time job. Twitch and YouTube. More so YouTube. I make more money from YouTube than I do Twitch. But, if I had to have something else, I would like, you know, stay from home obviously would be best. I'd want something like 8 to 4, 9 to 5, you know, your standard thing. wanted to look at your moves. First of all, acceleration boost is in the wrong position. Heavy strike 3, that's what I was hoping you had. Function call. I hear that, Chaos. When I told my parents I wanted to be a teacher, their first response was, you know, you have to wake up early for that, right? Like in the morning. How early does anyone have any insight into that? How does it work being a teacher? How early do you have to get up if you're like a high school teacher? I imagine with college like professors, there's some wide variance because professors don't have all, like they have like different stuff every semester, like what classes they offer, what times they offer, etc., etc. But if you're like a high school teacher, like how early do you have to like be at the school you work at, and when do you leave? This is Chaos's job. Does that make Wolfen and Lone Wolf your employees? Do you pay them? They are basically my employees. They do have performance reviews, which they might not always be aware of, but they happen. They're unpaid interns. And I'm a dictator. So, you know. Depends if there are any early morning meetings and when the school starts. Understandable. I mean, I was homeschooled. What's the standard for when you're like a public school is supposed to start in the morning? Some teachers come in around 6 to 7 a.m. while others are around noon. If you're a high school teacher, do you not have to be at the school the entire school day? I was always under the impression that if you were a high school teacher, whenever the school was open, you were there. Or not when the school was open necessarily, but like if the school is having classes outside of like after school, like detention or like extracurricular classes or whatever your like standard school, like this is when the teenager has to be at school to go to these classes. I was under the impression that the teacher, like every teacher that worked there would be there at those times, always. We're paid in satisfaction we feel when we ban nuisances in chat. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly how it works. All right, I'm gonna get you to Burning Greymon. You need a little bit more. Gatomon, Angelomon, let's go. Usually as a high school teacher, you have to be there the full day. Okay, that's more what I expected. Yo, thumbnail bait? And then I should get another Angelomon. I'm gonna need another Angelomon for Mastamon. And when I get that Angelomon, I should get Magnadramon as well. Checked off the list with that Angelomon. All right, and then Ophanimon. Just gotta get up to level 55. Another permanent Mega, here we come. Let's go. You guys all need more. Metal Mamomon needs more. This Were Garurumon. I was gonna make you into Black Metal Garurumon, but I can actually make you into normal Metal Garurumon. Yeah, you've got a lot of camaraderie. I need a lot of camaraderie on the Black Metal Garurumon too, but I need Omnimon and Omnimon Zwart. I'll probably have you go normal Were Garurumon. That defense is gonna be a nightmare, but what are you gonna do? You need intelligence training because I really want to get Tentomon off of you. So let's actually handle that right now. I need more Brainy Patches. Cyberdramon, Brainy Patch. And then what are these doing right now? Actually, I'm going to have Ophanimon soon. I can have Cyberdramon do intelligence training after that training is done with Ophanimon because Ophanimon is the only one who I'm going to want to get intelligence up on. All right, these things don't sell the thing I was hoping for. All right, that's fine. Whoop. I had a high school teacher that basically got fired towards the beginning of the school year, and we had a sub the rest of the year, making the world history class easy. Nice. Basically, they only have to be at school if they have classes. Otherwise, they can leave and come back when they do have classes. Really? You can do that as a high school teacher? That might be like a per basis thing, like some schools compared to others. It seems weird to me that a teacher could just be like, oh, I don't have a class for like an hour. I'm just going to bail. I don't know. Maybe, again, I'm skewed because I was homeschooled. So, like, in my mind, I'm mostly basing it off of my college experience. Like, usually my college professors, they would need to, like, be around, like, in their offices in case a student needed to talk to them about something. the level gain here is not as good as under Gallant 5. We have a teacher who went and got Starbucks when she didn't have a class. Well, that's fair. I mean, just jumping over to Starbucks to grab a drink. Yo, Lone Wolf, I'm also starving. Grab me something to eat. Okay, thanks. I'm not actually starving. I ate right before stream, but still. Teacher's job also extends past school hours, grading, planning class, etc. Yeah, it's fair. Grading in high school can't be that difficult, right? I don't want to, like, downplay how hard it is to be a teacher. I imagine in college, like, you've got a lot more papers and stuff to grade in college. Because I feel like when I was in college, I, like, just had papers more than I had tests of any kind. But, like, in high school, you mostly, like, you have papers in high school, surely. But in high school, you mostly have, like, standardized tests, right? That can't be very hard to grade. Surely not. I mean, like, it must be time-consuming because you have to grade the same test, like, probably anywhere from 30 to 90 times, depending on, like, how big your school is that you're working for, I suppose. But, like, can't be that hard. Yeah, unless you're an English teacher. English teachers get the short end of the stick, for sure. They must have way more papers than tests. If it isn't office hours or class hours, they should be able to bounce. Yeah, for sure. I don't know. At my college, I feel like my professors were always there at their, like, their hours that they were supposed to be, like their office hours. But there were plenty of times where I could catch my professors not during their office hours. As long as they weren't having a class, they'd probably be sitting in their office getting some extra work done. And then I'd show up and be like, hey, I know it's not your office hours, but, like, you got a minute? And 9 times out of 10, the professor would be like, yeah, I got a minute. What's up? Got a question? Make it quick. Oh, I absolutely would rather, usually a lot of times writing a paper was easier than taking a test. I preferred having mostly papers over exams. Heavy strike. Later, loser. You don't need X heal. You have final heal right there, moron. Alright, I think we can do some Digivolutions real quick. Nightmon, how close are you getting? 1 more level and then 140 speed, so you're gonna need like 3 more levels. That's fine, we can get Leopardmon. Leopardmon will technically be 2 checked off, I think, because it'll also be Leopard mode. That would be pretty pog. And at level 59, you're 5 defense away and 7 intelligence away from Craniumon, which is pretty great. 14 speed away from enough for Crusadermon. Crusadermon's probably gonna be the last one we do. I think that'll take the most over-leveling. But not bad. How close are you on these 150s? 13 defense away. I might hit you, once you get to 140 defense, I might hit you with the quick speed and attack, or defense up with the, like, the items that I should have. I mean, I gotta use those at some point. You just have to get to level 60, 2 more levels. Prince Metamon, knock it out. That's another mega off the list, let's go. Something else is becoming Black King Metamon. So I degenerate you back into Metal Metamon, and then you go to Hyandramon right after that. Duly noted. You're going to Mega Genryumon, Digivolve. And then can you become Oriumon? Yeah. I'm just gonna make you become Oriumon, and then I'll just get your camaraderie up, and you're gonna be our, whatchamacallit there. The Oriumon we need to DNA. You're gonna be the weaker one. Then the main party member will be an Alphamon that I'll get up to Oryuken's requirements. It sure would be nice to knock out Kaiser Greymon here. Although I'm gonna have to get something else to Kaiser Greymon anyway to get to Susanomon. I could if I really wanted to go for it. Even though you're a main team member trying to get Abby right now, I could take you to Susanomon and then degenerate you. And I just might. I just might. You're gonna get that 130 defense. It'll just take a little bit of over-leveling. And then, so you're gonna become Grand Locomon or Tiger Vespamon. Either or is fine. Saw that Hoodymon right there. Alright, well, we're just gonna keep doing this. Going ahead and getting some of the grind done now so we don't have to do it later. Stop being faster than me! You ever wonder why Nightmon carries a regular-sized sword on him? In case someone knocks away his not regular-sized sword. What if his sword gets knocked away from him or something, and then he needs a backup? Also, maybe at some point he wants to dual wield. He only needs one hand to hold that one. You know what Nightmon gets serious when he pulls out the second sword and starts dual wielding like he's Sora in Valor form in Cage 2. Yo, Troy, what's up, brother? How did the monster hunting go? Did you hunt those dang monsters? We're doing a little bit of the grind right now, Troy. I want to complete the field guide in this playthrough, and we're nearing the end of the playthrough, so I gotta start grinding out some field guide and getting my final team ready for the final chapter, because I want them all to be part of the final chapter. Just got HR2, so slowly moving up. I don't know what those numbers and letters mean, but I'm happy for you, brother, or sorry that it happened. Whichever is more appropriate. What's the final team, by the way? Someone in chat say that for me. tell them what the final team is. I don't remember half the time. Yeah, there it is. Alright, level 60 War Growlmon. I need to Digivolve you immediately because we've got to get you all the way up to Crimson Gallantmon and then degenerate you back down. Bum, 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 bum. Am I really gonna have to tap the stupid sign again? The Platinum Numamon strategy, whatever, is fine, but is not necessary for this game. Especially for the person in chat who's saying not using Platinum Numamon looks painful. It's really not. It's just as simplistic, and it does not take super long unless you're trying to get something like all the way to level 99. I assure you, it's very simple. Alright, sick. Gallantmon. Gotta get you all the way to level 80. All the way to level 80, which you should have about all the statistics you need by the time you get there. And you're almost at enough camaraderie. Good, good. You're going straight to Oryumon because I need you for... Yeah. And I'm gonna Digivolve you too. I need to find something that can become... I'm gonna go ahead and degenerate you. I need to find something that can become Kendo Garurumon, like ASAP. Do I have any Digimon? Oh, I have a Kendo Garurumon. Not Kendo Garurumon, Magna Garurumon. I need you to become Magna Garurumon, like, immediately. Like, yesterday. Even. As soon as I get something in the main party to Mega that I don't need anymore, that's what I'm gonna put in its place. Like, as soon as Rapidmon Digivolves to Mega. Alright, how much longer does this training have? I do wish I already had Under Kowloon 5 unlocked. This would be going even quicker. Whoop. Bum, 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 bum. Yo, Troy, don't let me forget. I was gonna actually hit you with a DM after stream was over, which means I would have sent you a message when you were probably in bed sleeping because you're British. And I'm pretty sure you're not like Shroom and Lone Wolf who stay up until 6 a.m. there are times. But I do want to get together sometime and play some Legends of Sinnoh on tabletop, my dude. That'd be super fun. I'd be down for trying to do it as a stream thing or just playing on our own time when we have the time for it. Oh, did I lose some of my Tactician USBs when Gallantmon Digivolved? I think Gallantmon only has 1 slot. Yeah, I lost 1. There we go. Get some more money while I'm at it. 100%, I'm easy with either mate. You heard it here first. Dab Boy Troilus. Easy, confirmed. He said it, not me. Legends of Sinnoh, what's that when it's a thing? Lone Wolf, are you having a stroke? Are you okay? Oh, you weren't at the stream because I think you were busy at the time, but there's a new tabletop board game we're playing that's inspired by Legends of Arceus. It's actually, like, really fun. There's a VOD of it. You should just, when you get a minute, look at it. Check it out. Heels an escalator stream on TTS win? Never. Yeah, Troy, I'd be down for trying to set up either, man. Just give me a notion of like when you'd be free for it, because I can usually make time anytime I'm not streaming, Troy. I don't know what your British lifestyle timetable is like. So it's mostly dependent on what's best for you, whether you wanted it to be a stream thing or not. And then I will more than likely be able to accommodate your timing accordingly. Dead.